Ladies and gentlemen, for your enjoyment, The Little Mermaid.
I want to see Mrs. Grabbit now.
I'm sorry, but the Mrs. Grabbit is with the ugly duckling just at this moment.
Oh, is she? We'll interrupt her.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. In any case, this young lady is before you.
Oh yeah? And who's she when she's at home?
She's the princess from The Princess and the Pea, one of Mrs. Grabbit's most important clients.
Really? Bye then, Mrs. Grabbit. Thanks again for trying. Not at all, Miss Duckling. And don't worry. There will be other parts. I know. I don't suppose I really did stand a chance against Julia Roberts. Miss Grabbit! Excuse me. I need you to get a hold onto Hans Christian Andersen at once. Read this, if you don't mind. And so the little mermaid threw herself to death in the dark, raging sea where her body dissolved to foam and was torn to bits by sharks? What do you have to say about that? Miss Mermaid, calm down, please. Calm down, calm down. What happened to my 5-year contract? Miss Mermaid, and when did the sharks come into it? Who does he think he is? Steven Spielberg? Excuse me, but I've been waiting here almost an hour to see Mrs. Grabbit. Oh yeah? And what do you have to complain about so urgently? Having trouble climbing up all those mattresses, are you? Well, get yourself down to Home Depot to buy a stepladder and shut your trap. Oh, really? Miss Mermaid, there's really no need for... Isn't there? I think there is. These humans don't even know they're born. She's clueless. How would you like it if you had to get up every morning and say you couldn't sleep because you had to pee in your bed? There, princess. Don't get upset. Perhaps you could take the princess into my office and get her a nice cup of tea.
Certainly, Mrs. Grabbit.
So what are you going to do about it? Well, there's not much I could do about the actual plot. That really is the prerogative of the author. That's what Mrs. Scarpa said to me. I said to him, why did it have to be that with one wing? Why couldn't all the shows get finished? He wouldn't even listen. He just said it was up to the author. You see? But it's ridiculous. The whole thing's been a fiasco from start to finish. You negotiated me a main speaking part, right? And what happens? 2 days in rehearsal, my character trades her voice in for a pair of legs and spent the rest of the story like some aquatic version of Harpo Marx. I know. You've got to do something, Miss Grabbit. It's just not fair. Don't talk to me about fair. Oh, hi, doll. Didn't see you there. How's things? Could be better, to be honest. You haven't broken up with that steadfast soldier yet, have you? No, we just got engaged last month. Ooh, you lucky thing. Getting hooked up with a star like that. Seeing Steadfast Slave's action role? Bungee jumping off the 3rd floor window. Getting swallowed by a fish? That's what you call a part, not the rubbish they're fixing up for me. Did all his own stunts as well, and he only had one leg. Can't imagine his agent letting him get sold down the river.
Well, actually...
He did. Did what? He did get sold down the river, or canal, to be precise, in a boat made of newspaper. That's how he came to be swallowed by the fish. Doll, what's the matter? See what you've done? You're not getting upset about that silly old fish, are you? Come on, Steadfast got out of it, okay? He ended up back in the nursery. You know he did. I know, and everything is fine. But then... there was a twist in the tail. Some little boy picks him up and throws him into the fire. This is all I have left of him. So don't talk to me about fair. Hey, I'm sorry, doll. That's terrible. I had no idea. I know, and the worst part is, we just got sold to the wedding rights on Bride Magazine. Is there anything I can do? No, he's melted by now. No, I mean for you. Oh, I see. No, I was going to try out as an extra in Rapunzel, but I'm not in the mood anymore. Makes you realize how lucky you are, but I'm still not happy with these endings. You must be able to sort something out. I guess I'll have to look at the contracts, but I doubt there's much I can do. Now, I really can't keep the princess waiting much longer. Take a seat, and I'll be with you shortly. Really can't keep the princess waiting any longer? Crawler, just because I'm only a mermaid. That's typical.